Hong Kongers settling in Taiwan are finding it harder to secure permanent residency these days as cross-strait tensions deepen. President Tsai Ing-wen and her administration have grown more wary of foreign infiltration into the island, especially with the looming presidential election. Once welcomed after the 2019 protests, the new migrants from Hong Kong now tell CNA they are increasingly sidelined. CNA's Deborah Wong has the story.
It wasn't the amenities that drew this retiree to Taiwan's Taoyuan district, but a lake set in the middle of the neighborhood. It reminds him of Yuen Long in northwest Hong Kong, where he's lived up until 2021.
我就冇意離開香港嘅，一個6·4事件，一個97回歸，好多人移民，但係我都冇諗過移民嘅。咁但係而家覺得咧係唔走唔得。
Mr. Chan arrived in Taiwan through the investment immigration route, where he had to invest some US $200,000 in a company, employ 2 Taiwanese workers, and keep the business running for at least 3 years. He can then apply for naturalization within 1 year of arrival. As a former teacher with no business experience, the risks are high, but it's his only way out.
如果我未退休咧，我都覺得香港係好難從事呢個教育工作嘅。如果你有啲咩講得唔好啊，或者係政治唔正確咧，就會俾學生投訴，即係可能只係1、2個學生投訴，你已經會好大嘅麻煩嚇。咁所以，我覺得而家香港嘅教育咧都會係一潭死水咯。
He's among some 11,000 Hong Kongers who moved to Taiwan in 2021. That's twice the figure in 2018. In the aftermath of the 2019 Hong Kong anti-extradition bill protests, authorities launched a sweeping crackdown on dissent and passed the national security law. Critics saw it as a further erosion of freedom in the city. Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen then seized the chance and touted the island as a safe harbor for those wanting out. It was a rallying call that stoked anti-Chinese sentiments in Taiwan and tipped the scales in her favor during the 2020 presidential election. Authorities soon set up a Services and Exchanges office to facilitate the move. Among them was the Wong family, who relocated in 2021.
我在香港足足生活了40年，令我最珍惜的是，这是个言论自由的地方。当这个地方失去言论自由的时候，这是我决定离开的最要紧的因素。我需要去言论自由的地方生活。现在只看见台湾是这样，所以我来台湾生活。因为我是97年以前在台湾读书的侨生，所以我们有身份证的。然后我老公是在疫情的时候一个决定，就说他来台湾住1年。 然后他也顺利拿到了身份证。
However, the tides started to turn just after a year. In 2022, reports started to surface that plans to relax rules for Hong Kongers have been put on hold.
台灣嚟講，以前就好容易嘅，咁但係一改新例之後咧，就似乎好多本來咧就係話你住滿1年就可以申請呢個入籍㗎啦。 咁但係我而家已經2年啦，我喺住滿1年之後就申請㗎啦。咁等到而家都冇任何消息。
Near the end of the 2021, my case, when we submitted to the Taiwan government to try to get the citizenship for my customer, we wait for 2 to 3 months. And we couldn't get any feedback from them. Before that, usually it will only take 1 week to get the approval from them. As we are the agency, we interact with Taiwan government all the time.
This as Hong Kong suspended its representative office in Taiwan in 2021 over strained ties.
Taiwan's Mainland Affairs Council refuted claims that there were hidden quotas when complaints of stonewalling started streaming in. Now, due to national security concerns, it had mandated a review of applicants who were mainland citizens or employed by agencies associated with China.
For the past year, I only got 3 cases successful to have the Taiwanese citizenship. Before 2021, every month I got average 5 to 6 successful cases. It's a huge, big difference.
The numbers speak for themselves. About 5,600 were granted residency from last January to October, a 22% year-on-year drop. There's a 9.5% slide in those granted permanent residency.
那移民的时候，可能每个人的 case 也不同的，然后政策也，台湾还是政策会维护台湾自己本身的利益了，还有他们的选举也很平利了，对移民的政策他们陆续也在改变。 但改变了，不是说改变了以后之后怎样，它那改变是影响到之前已经申请的人。
It's been the talk of town for a while in a certain coastal neighborhood in northern Taipei. Deborah Wong, CNA, Taipei.